In this video, we're going to discuss how to convert a general quadratic equation into a completed square form. So yeah, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to convert a general quadratic equation to a complete square form? There are a few reasons for that. One of the reasons is that there are questions in which the examiner asks you to find out the minimum or the maximum value of y, or minimum or the maximum value of the function. In order to get those values, whenever you have a quadratic equation, in order to get those minimum and maximum values, you have to convert your quadratic equation to a completed square form. So yeah, and this value of k is going to give that minimum or the maximum value of y or the function. Okay. There's another reason to convert this equation into this form, and that is to sketch a quadratic graph. The values of h and k, they give you the coordinates of the turning point, and this value of a, it helps you figure out if it's going to be a maxima or a minima. If you need to understand what's a maxima and a minima, you need to look at the previous video in which we have discussed the shape of a quadratic curve. Okay. In order to convert this equation into a complete square form, there are a few steps that we have to follow. Step number 1, divide the coefficient of x by 2. So what's the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is -6. So I'm going to divide that by 2. So -6 upon 2 is going to give me -3. The next step is take the square of the result. So my result is -3. The square of -3 could be 9. Then it's saying first add, then subtract the result with the term with x. Okay. So my result is 9. I'm going to add 9 to the term with x. The term is x with x is -6x. Okay. So I'm going to add 9 with -6x, and I'm going to subtract 9 with add and subtract 9. Okay. But remember this, just remember that you have to add first and then you have to subtract. Okay. We cannot subtract first and then add. Okay. Now we have to use these first 3 terms to apply my identity. Okay. And what identity which identity do I have to apply? I can apply a minus b whole square equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square, or I can apply a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. How am I going to apply these identities? I'm going to go from this side to this side. Okay. Just remember that you have to use the first 3 terms to apply these identities. I'll be applying this identity. Why? Because my coefficient of x is negative. Okay? So you're getting negative over here. So you'll be applying the second identity, which is this one. Right. How are you going to apply it? I'll get x whole squared minus 2a then b plus what would be the square of 9? 3 would be the square of 9. Okay? I left these blanks deliberately because you will be able to figure out the value, because you need to give the value of a and b in these empty brackets. Okay? Now what is the value of a? The value of a is x. Okay? And the value of b is 3. So just write x over here and write 3 over here. Okay? I'm still left with these two numbers, -9 plus 4. Okay? -9 plus 4 is going to make -5. Okay? अब क्या करना है? You have to pick this equation, these 3 terms, and you have to convert this into this form. So yeah, so I have a is x, b is 3. Okay, so it would become x minus 3 whole squared minus 5. Okay, minus 5 comes as it is over here. So yeah, okay. Question is it's saying find the smallest value of the function fx equals to x squared minus 6x plus 4. Okay, if you have to find the smallest value of this minima, okay, the smallest value of the minima, you're going to convert this to a complete square form first. Okay, we have already done that. मेरे पास जो यहाँ पे equation थी, that was x square minus 6x plus 4, and the complete square form is this x minus 3 whole square minus 5. The value outside the bracket, the negative or the positive value outside the bracket, now the value is getting added or subtracted outside the bracket, would give you the smallest value of the function or the largest value of the function. Why is the examiner saying the smallest value of the function? It's saying the smallest value of the function because you're going to get a minima. क्योंकि मेरे पास coefficient of x square जो है that is positive. Since the coefficient of x square is positive, I'm going to get a minimum pair, and my value of the turning point, my turning point would be a minimum turning point. ठीक है? So if you have to find the smallest value of the function, the smallest value of the function would be -5. ठीक है? Okay. Let's take in other question over here. I have 2x squared plus 7x plus 5. Again, I have to convert this into complete square form. Just remember one thing, whenever you're converting your general quadratic equation into complete square form, your coefficient of x square has to be +1. +1, okay? Over here, my coefficient of x square is 2. So yes, I'm going to take 2 as common from it first. So मेरे पास आ जाएगा x square. Since I cannot take 2 as common from 7, I'm going to write 7 upon 2x. I cannot take 2 as common from 5. I'm going to write 5 upon 2. Okay. Now you're going to follow the steps, those same steps that are written over here. The first thing, the coefficient of x has to be divided by 2. So what's the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is 7 upon 2. So if you divide 7 upon 2 by 2, you're going to get 7 upon 4. So yeah, the next step is take the square of the result. What would be the square of 7 upon 4? The square of 7 upon 4 would be 49 upon 16. Square दोनों पे आएगा, 7 पे भी आएगा, 4 पे भी आएगा, ठीक है? It would become 49, which is the square of 7, and 16, which is the square of 4. So yeah, then you have to add and then subtract it with the term with x. The term of the x is 7 upon 2, 7 upon 2x. So I'm going to write 2x squared plus 7 upon 2x plus 49 upon 16, and then minus 49 upon 16 plus 5 upon 2. 5 upon 2 would come as it is. ठीक है? अब क्या करना है? I have to take the first 3 terms and apply my first or the second identity. ठीक है? Since I have a positive sign with the coefficient of x, I'm going to apply the first identity, which says a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. सही है? अब अप्लाई कैसे करें? ठीक है? Remember, I have to go from this side to this side. मेरे पास आ जाएगा 2x whole square plus 2a and b. Just leave them blank over here. What is the square? Which number is the square of 49 upon 16? ठीक है? 7 upon 4. ठीक है? 7 upon 4 whole square. This would be your value of a, and this would be your value of b. Your value of a would be x, and your value of b would be 7 upon 4. Just write them over here. Now you're left with minus 49 upon 16 and 5 upon 2. Use your calculator to find these values. So minus 49 upon 16 plus 5 upon 2 is going to give you minus 9 upon 16. Okay, this becomes minus 9 upon 16. Remember that you have to use the first 3 terms to apply the identity. जो बाकी 2 terms होती हैं उनको simple add या subtract करना होता है, ठीक है? तो पहली 3 terms पे identity apply की, तो I need to get to this form, which is a plus b whole square. तो मेरे पास a is x, b is 7 upon 4, so x plus 7 upon 4 whole square मेरे पास result आ जाएगा. So this will be x plus 7 upon 4 whole squared minus 9 upon 16 would come as it is. Now, once you're done, you're going to multiply 2 with both of these terms, this term as well as this term. You're going to get 2x plus 7 upon 4 whole squared minus 9 upon 8. If you multiply 2 with 9 upon 16, you're going to get 9 upon 8. So yeah. Again, the examiner can ask the question, what is the minimum value of the function? Give the minimum value of the function 2x squared plus 7x plus 5. Okay. Give the minimum value of the function function 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 plus 5. Remember, instead of the minimum value, examiner can also say that find the smallest value or find the least value. Okay, all of these things mean the same. Okay, you have a quadratic equation. To find the least value, the minimum value, or the smallest value, you will have to convert that into the complete square form. तो हमने यहाँ पे complete square form में किया हुआ है तो मेरे पास आ जाएगा 2x plus 7/4 whole square minus 9/8. Okay. Whatever value is getting added or subtracted outside the bracket, okay, whichever value is getting added or subtracted outside the bracket would be your least value of the function or the least value of y. Okay, so the least value or the minimum value is going to be minus 9/8. Simple as that. Okay. Let's take another question. Again, I have to do the same thing. I have to convert this into a completed square form. So yeah, so you have to use these rules to convert your equation into a completed square form. Remember one thing, that the coefficient of x square has to be positive. ठीक है? यहाँ पे मुझे क्या नजर आ रहा है कि my coefficient of x square is negative. My coefficient of x square cannot be negative. ठीक है? तो मैं क्या करूँगा? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take -2 as common. ठीक है? -2 as common. मेरे पास -2 कॉमन आया तो मेरे पास आ जाएगा एक्स स्क्वायर. ठीक है, -4 में से -2 लेंगे तो मेरे पास आ जाएगा +2x. ठीक है, एंड 5 से मेरे पास -2 कॉमन नहीं आता, सो मैं गेट -5/2. ओके, now for this equation I'm going to apply all of these rules to convert this into the complete square form. Okay, so the first rule is divide the coefficient of x by 2. So the coefficient of x is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. Take the square of the result. So the square of the result would be +1. 1 का square is just 1. ठीक है, and then you have to add and subtract to the term with x. ठीक है, term with x is 2. तो मैं उसके साथ add और subtract करूँगा. मेरे पास आ जाएगा -2x² plus 2x. I'm going to add 1 and subtract 1, and -5/2 will come over here as it is. Okay. I have to take the first three terms and apply my identity, the first or the second identity. Since the coefficient of x is positive, I'll be applying the first identity, which is a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. ठीक है, अच्छा अप्लाई कैसे करनी है? तो -2a square would be x square plus 2a and b, just leave these blank, plus b square would be 1 squared would be b squared, 1 squared. -1 minus 5/2, use a calculator to find this value. -1 minus 5/2 is going to give you -7/2. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या आएगा मेरे पास? this is my value of a, this would be x, and this is my value of b, this would become 1. ठीक है, okay, using these three again, you have to get to this one, which is a plus b whole square. Now a is x, b is 1, so a plus b would be x plus 1 whole square. So x plus 1 whole square minus 7/2. Okay, in the end you're going to multiply this by -2, so -2x plus 1 whole square plus 7. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एग्जामिनर पूछ सकता है कि give the maximum value of the function or the maximum value of y. ठीक है, अब ये maximum value क्यों मांग रहा है? एक मिनट, let me just change these things. यहाँ पे maximum value कहेगा, maximum कह सकता है, it can also ask you to find the largest value or maximum largest. अभी के लिए ये, and your function would be this one, 5 minus 4x minus 2x squared. 4x minus 2x squared. The first thing that you have to do is you're going to convert this into the completed square form. And if you're going to convert this into completed square form, you're going to get this value, which is -2x plus 1 whole square plus 7. Okay. Why is the examiner asking you to find the maximum value? Because you over here for this function, you're going to get a maxima or a maximum turning point. You're going to get a curve which is somewhat like this, and this turning point would be a maximum turning point, or and the shape of the curve would be a maxima. Okay, why? Because the coefficient of x square is negative. So yeah, whenever you have to give the largest value or the maximum value would be the value outside the bracket which is getting added or subtracted. Okay, this value is getting added or subtracted. This value is not getting added or subtracted. This is getting multiplied. This -2 is getting multiplied. ठीक है, ये value नहीं लेनी है, हमें ये value लेनी है जो कि add या subtract हो रही है. So my value, maximum value would be +7. ठीक है. This is it for this video. In the next video, we're going to understand how to sketch a quadratic curve. Until then, goodbye. Allah Hafiz.